Yeah. Dude, one, this guy throws strikes, we'll probably win. What? Like, if this guy consistently throws strikes.
And it's time for some Thursday afternoon baseball from the College of Alameda. I'm Kieran Costa, and welcome into the broadcast booth. It's the Alameda Anchors play host to GamePrep. The Anchors come into this game 2-4, but both those wins come in BACL play, which is what we have today. First pitch set for 6:05 here, so we've got just a little bit of time to kill before we get underway. Your umpires for today's game that you see there at home plate. Behind the dish is Joe DeLuca, and he's joined in the field by Bob Lloyd. The coaches you see there, head coach Dustin Cheney for the Alameda Anchors, and on the other side, Kyle Barrett for GamePrep Academy Baseball. Significant portion of that GamePrep lineup coming from Skyline College. So, see a lot of Skyline College kids, a whole mix on the other side for the Anchors. The Anchors coming off a victory, a resounding home victory 10-0 yesterday on the backs of a 5-run 8th inning. Anchors pitching has yet to give up a run here at home, pitching back-to-back shutouts in their first two home games. We'll see if they can continue that today, and they turn to Mitchell Smith, who just finished up his freshman year at Chabot College. The lefty from Pleasanton, California, went to Amador Valley High School, and in 8 appearances his freshman year, just one of those was a start. Pitched to a 5.91 ERA in just 10 innings. The defense behind him will be Telly Hill at first, Chris Bliscoe at second, Marcus Jang at short, Dylan Lee at third, Isaiah Landry in left, Connor Hennings in center, and J.P. Boyle in right. His battery mate will be Aiden Sakai. Very different lineup than we saw yesterday. A deep lineup for Dustin Cheney's squad, and he likes to give everybody some run. We'll see how this team did. The line that yesterday's lineup set was 10 runs. And they did it in all sorts of ways, scoring a couple of times on a wild pitch and then 2-out RBIs galore for that lineup. They're going to face GamePrep, who's going to send Tyler Pachetti out on the bump for head coach Kyle Barrett. Dylan McKee, Justin Tapia, and Ryan Choi will be the first three to hit. And here come those Anchors, blue uniforms today with numbers in yellow on the back and the little Anchors logo on the top left. The lefty Mitchell Smith takes the walk to the mound, and we're just about ready for the top half of the first inning. Let's give you that lineup for visiting GamePrep, wearing the bright red jerseys, GamePrep in white script across the front. Dylan McKee, the second baseman, leads off, followed by Justin Tapia in right, Ryan Choi in left. Cam Grant bats cleanup, and he plays third base. The catcher, Nikhil Beasley, bats fifth. Gabe Molella, the center fielder, hits sixth. Cesar Cerrone at short. Derek Waldvogel, the DH, and Dylan Brandenburg rounds out that team in the 9-hole. Yesterday's starter for the Anchors was Nevin Lee. He went 5.1 shutout innings. He was followed by Damian Lapuz, and then Michael Polito and Patrick Sweeney finished off the job in a stress-free 9th inning. The GamePrep Trojans, a baseball academy here in the Bay Area, but as I said earlier, a significant portion of their collegiate league players come from Skyline College, and Mitchell Smith has just one more warm-up toss, and we are just about ready for baseball from Alameda. Dylan McKee walks up and digs in from the right side. First pitch here, it's 5:57. Beautiful day for baseball again, 65 degrees. Smith is ready. McKee's ready, and it's time for some Thursday afternoon baseball from the East Bay. First pitch fastball over the inside corner, and the count's 0-1. Here comes Smith's 0-1, spikes that one, and the count's even 1-1. Smith gets the sign from Zakai and delivers the 1-1. That pitch misses, and the count's 2-1 strike. So 2-1 to the leadoff man, and that one misses upstairs, 3-1 and Smith behind early. Here comes the 3-1. That's chopped towards third. Dylan Lee plays the high hop, fires across the diamond in time, 1 away. So Mitchell Smith induces the ground ball to third on a 3-1 pitch, and that brings Justin Tapia to the plate. The lefty playing right field tonight. Tapia, left-handed hitter. First pitch misses low with the fastball, and the count's 1-0. Here comes the pitch. That one misses upstairs as well. So Mitchell Smith behind again. Here comes his 2-0. That one's high and tight, and the count's 3-0. Just getting started. Top half of the first inning here at Pat Bale Field. Anchors looking to pick up back-to-back wins for the first time this season. Smith's 3-0. The get-me-over fastball clips the inside corner, and the count's 3-1. Ryan Choi, the left fielder, waits on deck. Smith's 3-1. There's a called strike, and the count runs full 3-2. Smith's full count pitch misses low, and a free pass is given out to Justin Tapia, and that brings up Ryan Choi. Smith checks the runner and delivers. That one's grounded towards second, could be 2. High hop for Bliscoe, 2-1 on to first, double play. A tailor-made double play as it was hit right to Bliscoe, who flips to Jang and on to Telly Hill. Mitchell Smith works around a walk, and we've played half an inning. GamePrep, nothing, with the Anchors coming up in the bottom half. The lineup that Dustin Cheney is going to send out in the bottom of the first is J.P. Boyle, the right fielder, leads off, followed by Isaiah Landry in left, Connor Hennings in center, Brendan Bell, the DH, hits cleanup, Chris Bliscoe at second, Dylan Lee at third, Telly Hill at first, Marcus Jang at shortstop, and Aiden Sakai, the catcher, rounds out the 9. So that's Boyle, Landry, Hennings, Bell, Bliscoe, Lee, Hill, Jang, and Sakai, and they're going to face the right-hander Tyler Pachetti. Anchors picked up one in the first last night. That was courtesy of a 2-out RBI single from Alonso Guijarro. We'll see if they can get the offense working again tonight. Tyler Pachetti's Tyler Pachetti out of San Rafael Pacific's University.
You're pissed. I was just trying to.
And leading off for Dustin Cheney tonight is the left-hander J.P. Boyle. The right fielder tonight.
Leading off right fielder J.P. Boyle.
J.P. Boyle takes outside 1-0. One of those rare players that bats left-handed but throws right-handed from Santa Barbara Community College. Finished up his freshman year. Here comes the pitch, and that misses upstairs as well, and the count's 2-0. So J.P. Boyle ahead in the count early. Here comes the 2-0, and that one misses, and the count's 3-0. 3 balls and no strikes to the leadoff hitter Boyle. Anchor's looking to get the leadoff man on. The 3-0 pitch is a called strike. The defense for Kyle Barrett's crew is a battery of Pachetti and Beasley. Brandenburg at first. Boyle takes ball 4.
Batting second for Alameda, the left fielder, Isaiah Landry.
That ball, first pick back to first. So Brandenburg, McKee, Cerrone, and Grant around the infield. Choi, Malera, and Tapia left to right for the GamePrep Trojans. Out of a slide step, Landry takes a called strike, and it counts no balls and a strike. Landry came in as a defensive substitution last night, but scored in that 5-run eighth for the Anchors. He's quickly behind 0-2. Isaiah Landry committed to Alabama State this fall. He takes there, and it's 1-2. Isaiah Landry out of Clayton Valley Charter High School from Richmond, California. Before the 1-2 pitch, Pachetti needs to check the runner. Landry bounces that towards short, but flip to second is in time for the force. No chance at first base. Cerrone made the play, flipped to McKee, and there was absolutely no chance at getting this speedster Landry.
Batting third, center fielder, Connor Hennings.
That brings up the center fielder tonight, Connor Hennings. So a fielder's choice on the line for Landry. That ball is just served foul down that right field line. That one almost dunked in for Connor Headings, and with the speedy Isaiah Landry at first, who knows what could have happened. So after all that, it's no balls and a strike. Only one umpire out in the field there, so those balls down the lines could be tough to call when he's standing there in B position out towards second base. One ball and one strike. Just getting started. Bottom half of the first inning. Some Thursday evening BACL baseball. That one's grounded through the left side. Base knock Connor Hennings. Moving to second on the play is Isaiah Landry.
Batting fourth, designated hitter, Brendan Bell.
So Boyle walked. Landry hit into that fielder's choice, but put a little more speed on the bases, and Connor Hennings singles, and that brings up the DH tonight, Brendan Bell. Runners on first and second. That one misses upstairs. The count's 1-0. One ball and no strikes to Brendan Bell. Runners lead from first and second. The pitch is popped towards second. Right there is McKee to make the catch. Infield fly rule was called, but McKee makes the play anyway, and there's two down. That brings up the left-handed hitter, Chris Bliscoll.
Chris Bliscoll.
Bliscoll is sophomore at Sonoma State University from El Cerrito. Cuts and misses at the first one. No balls and a strike. Here it comes, and that one served towards left field, sinking fast, but not fast enough. Ryan Choi comes in to make the play. Anchors leave runners at first and second. One in the books here in Alameda. No score.
How did we get our first hit? How did we get a hit there?
Hey, you want to do the scoreboard?
Just how many said it? Oh, I see how you go.
He's learning.
No runs, one hit, no errors, and 2 runners left on base.
We'll take a look around the MLB here after one inning. The Dodgers salvage the third game of the series against the Reds, which was baseball was hot in the streets in Cincinnati this week as top prospect Ellie De La Cruz, one of the most highly touted prospects in all of the MLB, came up and he made his presence known immediately. Homered in his second game, was on base 5 times in his first 2 games, and led the Reds to victory in his first 2 affairs, but today they were stymied by Clayton Kershaw. Kershaw went 7 shutout in a resounding 6-0 Dodger victory. We'll look around a lot more scores around the MLB today, and we'll get to all of those in the 8 more innings of play we have from Alameda. A tall task for Mitchell Smith is he needs to do better than his counterpart last night, Nevin Lee, who went 5.1 shutout innings. 6 Ks.
That's just number 10.
That brings up Com Grant.
Third baseman, Colin Grant.
Grant, the right-handed hitter, takes the first pitch inside. And it's 1 ball and no strikes. First pitch curveball from Smith missed in. Here comes the next one. That's popped up. Lots of foul ground down that first base line. Telehill's going to chase it, but he's going to run out of room, and the count's even. 1 ball and 1 strike. Nothing but foul ground here at Pat Bale Field. Lots of it down both lines. 330 down the line and left. 325 down the right line, and 400 out to dead center. The count here is 1-1 to Com Grant, third baseman tonight. Smith. Fastball is a cold strike over the outside corner, and he's ahead 1-2. Smith working quickly as 1-2 is bounced foul alongside of first. Here comes the pitch. Ring him up outside corner on the curveball. Mitchell Smith picks up his first strikeout of the night. And that brings up Nikhil Beasley.
And fifth, the catcher, Nikhil Beasley.
So 1 out away quickly for Mitchell Smith. The lefty fires. That one misses inside 1-0. High fastball swung on and missed, and the count's even 1-1. Gabe Malera, the center fielder, waits on deck. Here comes the 1-1. Curveball drifts outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Fastball misses, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike. Here comes the 3-1 outside ball 4. So Nikhil Beasley draws a walk, and that brings Gabe Malera to the plate.
Center fielder, Gabe Malera.
Smith looking to turn another double play, but that's not going to be it as Mahara serves one into center. Not the hardest hit baseball, but it does the job, and there's runners on first and second with just 1 man out. There was runners on in the first inning, but that didn't seem to trouble Smith as he quickly turned the double play on Ryan Choi to end the inning. Let's see if he can do the same thing here to Cesar Cerrone.
Shortstop, Cesar Cerrone.
Infield shaded up the middle looking for 2. Hill plays behind the runner. And that one misses inside, 1 ball and no strikes. Smith delivers. That one's lined towards center. That's going to sink in, base hit. The runners only advance 90 feet, and the bases are quickly loaded here. So, after the strikeout of Com Grant, walk, single, single. And the bases are loaded off Mitchell Smith.
The batter, designated hitter, Garrett Waldvogel.
Now Waldvogel stands in. He's the 8 hitter tonight and DHing, and a perfect time to give the GamePrep Trojans the lead. Mitchell Smith shakes off the first sign he gets from Sakai, but now he's ready. The base is full of Trojans. The pitch is low. Nice block by Sakai, and it's 1-0. No place to put Waldvogel. Beasley walked, and then Mahara and Cerrone both singled to center, and the bases are loaded with just 1 man out. Here comes the 1-0. Fastball misses low, 2-0. Two balls and no strikes to Waldvogel. Smith delivers. That one's up and away. And it's 3 balls and no strikes. With the bases loaded and your 8th hitter at the dish, you wouldn't expect to see the green light sign given. But we'll see. Walt Smith's 3-0. That one misses low, and it's 1-0 Trojans. 2 walks, 2 singles in the innings, and the bases are still loaded with no one out for first baseman Dylan Brandenburg.
Batting ninth, first baseman Dylan Brandenburg.
Brandenburg slightly open stance from the right side. That one misses, and it's 5 straight out of the zone from Mitchell Smith. Here comes the 1-0. That one finally finds the zone, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Top of the lineup looms on deck. Smith. The check swing. Did he go? He did not. The anchor dugout not happy about that one, but Bob Lloyd out there behind second base said he did not swing. And Brandenburg's ahead in the count, 2-1. Smith delivers. That's popped up in the infield. Bliscoe on the edge of the outfield grass makes the catch, and just what the doctor ordered, the runners don't advance, and Mitchell Smith's one pitch of getting out of this inning with just giving up 1 run. And he's going to do that against the top of the lineup and Dylan McKee.
Second baseman Dylan McKee.
Smith misses there, 1 ball and no strike. Falling behind's been an issue for Mitchell Smith, first time through the order. Here comes his 1-0. Is lined into right field, a base hit. 1 run's going to score. Going over to cut it off is J.P. Boyle. 2 runs are going to cross the plate. It's a 2 RBI single for Dylan McKee, and it's 3-0 GamePrep.
Right fielder Justin Tapia.
His first pitch to Justin Tapia misses high and outside, and he's behind once again. Smith checks the runner at second and delivers. That fastball misses upstairs, 2-0. The lefty's 2-0. That one misses upstairs, 3 balls and no strikes. Mitchell Smith trying to limit the damage. Here comes the 3-0. Swinging, and it's popped up towards third. Lots of foul ground. Dylan Lee towards the dugout, and he cannot make the catch down there in the corner as it clipped the top of the anchor's dugout down the third base line, and Mitchell Smith was almost gifted there. A 3-0 swinging, and he popped it up, but it gets just foul, and it's 3-1. If anyone's going to get the green light, you'd assume it's your 2-hitter with the man in scoring position. Smith's 3-1. Caught on and missed, and the count runs full 3-2.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good.
Smith's 3-2. It's called ball 4 below the zone, and the bases are loaded once again. And this time it's Ryan Choi. Grounded into a double play to end the first. And you know what that means? It means the GamePrep's batted around here.
Ryan Choi.
GamePrep's batted around here in the top half of the second inning, and they aren't done yet. 3 runs already in, 3 men aboard. Bat served towards right field. Chasing it back is J.P. Boyle, and in the alley out there in right center, he makes the catch. So GamePrep strands 3, but they also score 3. 1.5 in the books. GamePrep leading 3-0. So we head to the bottom half of the second inning. The Anchors trailing at home for the first time in 19 innings. Offense has to work from behind tonight against Tyler Pichetti. An offense that didn't struggle in the slightest last night, as I've said. 10 runs were thrown up by Dustin Cheney's bunch. Dustin Cheney coaching first base today. Derek Livingston down at third.
In the second inning, 4 GamePrep trophies, 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. Probably doing 3 left on base.
Dylan Lee leads off for the Anchors, trailing 3-0, and he takes the first pitch strike.
Dylan Lee.
Lee takes a called strike 2, and he's quickly in the hole. Dylan Lee committed to Lewis and Clark University for this coming fall out of San Ramon, California, and ring him up. It's called a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here comes the 1-2. Ring him up on that one, and he's gone looking. It's going to be a backwards K for Kyle Barrett, his first of the night.
97, first baseman, Telly Hill.
Brings up Telly Hill, went 0 for 2 off the bench last night. Hill's sharing the first base duties with Alonso Guijarro, and he cuts and misses there. So Tyler Pichetti filling up the zone here in this second inning. Hill hits it hard towards second. High hop, played off the body of McKee, and he throws in time to get him quickly 2 down here in the home half of the second.
98, shortstop, Marcus Jang.
That brings up the shortstop from Wesleyan University, Marcus Jang. We saw him opening day. Jang the 8-hitter tonight. Here comes the 0-1. Jang serves that one towards right. A late break on it, but coming in to make the catch is Justin Tapia, and the Anchors go down quietly in the home second. 2 in the books from Alameda. GamePrep coming back up, leading 3-0.
Looking across to the bottom of the second for the Anchors. It is currently 3-0 in favor of GamePrep. Going to the third.
Com Grant will be leading off. He was a strikeout victim back in the second as Mitchell Smith heads out for his third inning of work.
Oh, I see. Okay, that's it right here. I didn't put in those runs. So this guy.
So the lefty Mitchell Smith will go one more inning. The heart of the order due up 4, 5, and 6, and that's going to be led off by Com Grant.
Leading off the third inning for the GamePrep Trojans, third baseman Colin Grant.
Grant, the only strikeout victim of Mitchell Smith so far. The first pitch from the lefty finds the inside corner, no balls and one strike. Here it comes. Caught on and missing. It's 0-2. Fooled him there as he waved at a ball in the dirt. Here comes Smith's 0-2 pitch. Struck him out swinging on a fastball away. Great pitch mix there, and Cam Grant has gone swinging for the second time tonight.
Catcher Nikhil Beasley.
Beasley walked
Left fielder Gabe Mahara.
It's a double down the left field line from behind. Double down the left field line from behind.
So bear with us through some technical difficulties. There's a double down the line for Mahara.
Shortstop, Cesar Cerrone.
So now there's runners on second and third with one man out.
Pretty famous catcher named Cerrone in the New York Yankees. Rick Cerrone.
That brings up Cesar Cerrone. GamePrep threatening again here in the second.
That was nasty that he took a big bite of that hot dog, actually. Man, it's freaking hot.
That pitch misses 1-0. That one misses inside 2-0, and Mitchell Smith is in some hot water again here in the top half of the third inning. GamePrep already leads 3-0. Here it comes. That one misses just off the corner, close pitch. The 3-0 from Smith is outside ball 4, and he's in all sorts of trouble, and the bases are loaded. And out to the mound comes Dustin Chaney to talk it over with his left-hander, and that looks like movement down there in the bullpen. Antonio Vasquez, the Laney college kid, is going to get up and loosening, and this is not what you want if you're Dustin Chaney. You're playing 5 games in 5 days, and you're just on the second game of that tough stretch, and your pitcher is getting roughed up here in the top half of the third inning. He talks it over with Smith. The bases are loaded with one man out. Derek Waldvogel, the DH, comes to the plate. He had a bases loaded walk his last time up, and that was back in the second. The Trojans looking to throw up another crooked number on Smith. Smith already turned one double play back in the first. Would love to turn another one here on Waldvogel, and a great block by Aiden Sakai as he keeps that one in front. The Anchors substituted almost every position in last night's 10-0 win, and that was except catcher. Aiden Sakai pitching his 12th inning in a row here. And the 1-1 is spoiled foul alongside of first, and the count's 1-1 strike. And Smith already left 3 runners on last inning, looking to leave some more aboard here. The pitch is way outside. 2-1 strike. Ducks on the pond for GamePrep. Here comes the 2-1. That misses upstairs. 3-1, and Smith is scarily close to walking in yet another run. 3 runs, 5 hits, and there's still nobody out here in the top half of the third inning. Smith looks into Sakai for the sign, delivers the 3-1, fouled straight back to the screen. 3-2 strikes. But everyone watching on the YouTube live stream knows that one was fouled back, as the camera shakes as it always does on those. Ball's fouled back to the screen, but back to action. It's 3-2 with the bases loaded. No place to put Waldvogel. The 3-2 in the dirt, and it's 4-0. A pair of RBI walks for the DH tonight. You don't see that very often. You have the chance to hit 2 grand slams in 2 innings, which we saw in the NCAA regionals just a couple days ago.
First baseman, Dylan Brandenburg.
But instead you pick up a couple RBIs via the free pass. Mitchell Smith in desperate need of a ground ball, and there he gets one. That's bounced slowly towards second, and it's kicked into center field by Chris Briscoe. It took a high hop away from Briscoe, and That's going to knock in 2. That was a tailor-made double play, and it took a bad hop and kicked off Chris Bliscoe into right center field. So it could have been the last pitch of the inning turned into an E4. That's going to allow 2 runners to score. There's runners on the corners.
Second baseman Dylan McKee.
And it's 6-0 game prep, back-to-back crooked numbers for the Trojans. Top of the order, Dylan McKee wrapped a 2 RBI single last time up, and he fouls this one off. On base 2 times in 2 innings for the Trojan leadoff man. He walked in the first, singled in the second. What's he going to do here in the third? The time at the plate is Dylan has something in his eye. Waldvogel away from third. Brandenburg away from first. That pitch in the dirt, and the count's even 1-1. Here at Pat Bale Field, and the back half of the College of Alameda, also home to Holy Names University. That's a good pitch that I guess missed off the corner. And when you're struggling like Mitchell Smith is right now, that's a tough call to take. And McKee's ahead in the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. The pitch is way upstairs, 3 balls and 1 strike. And Dustin Cheney's getting restless down there in that third base dugout. This looks to be Mitchell Smith's last hitter of the night. Here it comes, and that one's grounded towards second. This one could be 2. Jang takes it himself, fires to first in time. A 6-4-3 double play.
1-6-3. Sorry, it touched the glove of the pitcher. Sorry about that.
It tipped off the glove of Smith. It went to Jang, who took it himself to the bag. So the double play in your scorebook goes 1-6-3. The second double play turned by Mitchell Smith, but a tough outing all in all for the kid as he gives up 6 runs. All of them will be earned.
Minus two runs. Sorry.
And with 2.5 in the books, it's 6-0. The Trojans all over the Anchors.
3 runs, 1. Sorry, man. 3 runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 loss. For the Trojans, 3 runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 run left on base. 6-0 in favor of the visitors.
Smith turned 2 double plays in his 3 innings of work. The problem was there was 7 walks sandwiched in between and 6 runs. Limited the damage, though, in all 3 frames. He left 5 runners. Tyler Pichetti heads out for his 3rd inning of work, now with a very, very comfortable 6-run cushion. And he's going to face 9-1-2, led off by catcher Aiden Sakai.
Leading off at batting 9 for the Anchors, the catcher, Aiden Sakai.
Splits the catching duties with Caleb Bello and Atticus Gonzalez. That one's chopped toward short. Charging is Cerrone, throws on the run, which is high, but in time. And 1 pitch, 1 out for Pichetti here in the 3rd. Anchors in desperate search of any sort of answer.
Right fielder, J.P. Boyle.
Brings up the leadoff hitter, J.P. Boyle. Boyle walked to lead off the ball game. And that fastball gets the outside corner 1-0, close pitch. Here comes the 0-1. That's blooped down the left field line, and it's down, and it kicks towards the line. Boyle's going to take a wide turn at first, but hold there. And that's a base hit. And that's baseball for you. That ball was hit softer than both the double plays that the Trojans hit into, but J.P. Boyle's standing on first base for the second time tonight.
Left fielder, Isaiah Landry.
Left fielder Isaiah Landry steps in. He takes ball one below the zone. Landry bounced into a fielder's choice his first time up. That pitch misses as well. 2 balls and no strikes. Ball's in the dirt, and it's 3-0 on Isaiah Landry. Connor Hennings waits on deck. Landry takes what he thought was ball 4, but Joe DeLuca disagrees, and Isaiah has to go pick up his bat. That's a 3-0 strike call if I've ever seen one, as it looked below the knees, but Joe DeLuca made his call, and there Isaiah Landry swings at what I think should be ball 5, but 3 balls and 2 strikes as Tyler Pachetti went high, fastball on 3-1. The 3-2 to Landry. That one was called ball 4 as an off-speed pitch missed up and inside, and the bases are loaded. No, they're not. There's runners on first and second.
We're playing cricket. First baseman, Connor Hennings.
Sorry, so Sakai, had he been running harder, the bases would have been loaded. But he just slowed down a little bit, then the first baseman came off.
Hennings from Morgan Hill, California. Finished up his freshman year at the College of San Mateo, takes ball 1. Hit .261 with 2 home runs and 4 triples in 36 games as a freshman. Knocked in 24. Looking for some RBIs here, but it's not going to do it. That up towards the right side. McKee drifting. He makes the spinning catch in the end, and there's 2 away. Ball drifted to the outfield grass, and now there's 2 on and 2 out.
Designated hitter, Brandon Bell.
Bell cuts and misses, and he's in the hole, 0-1. Then Bell, the junior at Biola University, takes outside 1-1. An athletic family, the Bells. His mother and father, both athletes at San Jose University in their time, and Bell looking to get the anchors right back in it, and he's early on that one, and he pulls it hard but foul down the third base line, and he's behind 1-2. Here comes the 1-2. Boyle is rung up on a curveball over the outside corner. Brendan Bell disagrees, but Joe DeLuca rings him up, and that's going to do it for the Anchors in the third. We head to the fourth. It's all game prep. They lead 6-0.
No errors and 2 runners left on base. It's 3-0. Pardon, 6-0 in favor of the visitors.
Three innings in the books, and Mitchell Smith's night seems to be done. Let's take a look around the MLB once again. The 50-loss Oakland A's took 2 of 3 from the Pirates. They're off on Thursday before heading to Milwaukee, a little NL Central trip for the boys from Oakland. The A's are 14-50 and playing historically bad baseball, but they've just taken 2 of 3 in Pittsburgh before heading to Milwaukee. First pitch, 5:10 Pacific tomorrow. Luis Medina and Adrian Hauser. Well, why don't we look at some of today's scores? The Giants with back-to-back comeback wins. Giants picked up back-to-back comeback victories in Colorado to finish off the sweep of the Rockies. The Yankees playing a doubleheader today, and the Bronx, they lost to the White Sox 6-5 in the opener. They lead 3-0 bottom half of the 8th inning there. The Yankees bullpen pitching a shutout in Game 2. Rookie Randy Vasquez, in just his second start, went 5.2 shutout innings. The Yankees look to split the twin bill. The new pitcher is Antonio Vasquez for Dustin Cheney's squad. The right-hander from Laney College pitched to a 6.23 ERA in 39 innings last year. First pitch is a called strike, 0-1. Fastball finds the outside corner. Vasquez's next pitch is lined foul back to the screen, and it's 0-2. Antonio Vasquez's split show us just why wins and losses don't matter. In 20 games, he went 2-0, but pitched to a 6.23 ERA. Looking to do some mop-up work here as he comes in to a 6-0 deficit. Here's 1-2, misses low, and the count's even 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes. The delivery is popped foul. Putting in to make the catch is Marcus Jang down that left field line, and there's one away. So 1 out here in the top half of the 4th inning.
Left fielder Ryan Choi.
Ryan Choi, the 3-hitter, stands in. Grounded into a double play back in the first, and he fouls the first pitch back 0-1. So Justin Tapia popped out to Marcus Jang out there in left, and that one hit him. That one gets away from Antonio Vasquez, and Ryan Choi's hit by the pitch. Just hit him in the back. He jogs down to first.
The batter, third baseman, Calm Grant.
Calm Grant steps in. He's struck out both of his plate appearances. That was off the starter Mitchell Smith. Vasquez picks back to first.
Actually, there's 2 Ryan Choi's out there, so not the same team, not the same part.
So Mitchell Smith's night's done. 3 innings. He gave up 6 runs, 4 earned. Walked 7, struck out 2. Troy takes inside, 1 ball and no strikes.
You know where that last batter got hit in the back? He would know it.
That one misses upstairs, a close pitch from Vasquez, and it's 2-0. Troy leads away from first. The pitch to Grant is driven towards the left center field gap. Chasing over his Hennings, and he's going to make the running catch in left center field. That was a heck of a play by Connor Hennings. Tracked it off the bat and made the stumbling catch in the left center field alley. There's 2 down. Ball was hit on the screws.
And to play for the Trojans, catcher Nikhil Beasley.
Beasley stepped in, walked his first 2 times up. Troy still at first. Vasquez pours one in there. It's 0-1. Top half of the 4th inning, GamePrep leads 6-0. They hung up a 3 spot in the 2nd and 3rd. That was off the starter Smith.
Defense.
The 0-1 pitch from Vasquez. Runner going, the pitch low. Sakai's throw to second is high. And in time, a nice leaping play. Bliscoe leapt up, came down, and applied the tag on Ryan Choi. So that goes as a caught stealing for Ryan Choi. Throw up for Aiden Sakai, and we've played 3.5. The Anchors trail 6-0. They need a rally.
But first, it's going to be the bottom of the 4th for the Anchors, and they're trailing 6-0.
4, 5, and 6 due for the Anchors. Brendan Bell, Chris Bliscoe, and Dylan Lee. Beg your pardon, Brendan Bell ended last inning, so it's Chris Bliscoe, Dylan Lee, and Telly Hill will be the 3 for Dustin Cheney.
I iced my arm, and I got like frostbite. Last night. Was it alcohol? I think it was alcohol. The alcohol above the ice was makes it colder. So you have to do that time. I didn't do that. And it started rock solid. I can finish this record.
Let's go.
Bottom half of the 4th inning rolls around, and it's going to be
second baseman Chris Bliscoe.
Chris Bliscoe bounces that one towards second. High hop for McKee, fires in time. And just like that, there's one away. Tyler Pachetti's been getting quick outs galore. The Anchors are going up there to swing the bat, but have not been too lucky so far in this one.
Third baseman Dylan Lee.
So the putout goes 4-3, and Dylan Lee steps in. Joe DeLuca rung him up his last time up. Pops that one up. Third base side. Running out of room is Grant, and it falls on the roof of the Anchor dugout.
He's going to switch from red to blue jerseys. Try to catch him.
And Bliscoe in the hole 0-2. Ring him up outside corner, and that's strikeout number 4 for Tyler Pachetti, and the second backwards K on the scoreline for Dylan Lee.
First baseman Telly Hill.
Hill stands in from the left side. He swings for his pitch and pops that one foul back towards us. Telly Hill, the right-hander from Pacific University. That misses low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Pacific University from Pittsburgh, California, and Clayton Valley Charter High School. Heading into his senior year there. and bounces that one fair down the first base line. It bounces towards the line. Telly Hill stop. The field umpire Bob Lloyd called it a fair ball, but he's overruled by Joe DeLuca, who calls it foul. It ate up Brandenburg and scored it away down the right field line, but Telly Hill wasn't running, and it's a foul ball.
He's kind of grabbing his waistline like he hurt himself right by the line. He's getting back.
So it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. And he takes low there. And so the count's even 2-2. 2-2 with 2 outs, no one on. University of the Pacific in Stockton, California. And Hill strikes out swinging on a ball in the dirt. So a couple Ks in the inning, 5 on the game for Tyler Pichetti, and
Across the bottom of the fourth for the Anchors.
the Anchors are still in a hole 6-0.
Pitcher Tyler Pichetti, number 34.
GamePrep comes up in the top half of the 5th inning with a comfortable 6-0 lead.
Red Top Petroleum, hot dogs, hot links, hamburgers, cheeseburgers, turkey burgers, Polish dog. Also, not on the grill.
4 in the books here at Pat Vale Field, and just as I was about to give us a look at the scores, we see the Dodgers already won today 6-0. The Rays beat the Twins 4-2 in Tampa Bay. The Orioles salvaged the 3rd game of the series in Milwaukee. They win 6-3. Keegan Aiken picks up the win in Wisconsin. As I said already, the Giants with another comeback victory. They sweep a 3-game set against the Rockies. They come home tomorrow and host the Cubs for a 3-game set at Oracle. The Yankees lost game 1 of a doubleheader to the White Sox. They lead the 2nd game 3-0 in the 9th. And the Phillies beat the Tigers on a walk-off 3-2. It ended on a Cody Clemens walk-off after Zach Wheeler turned in 7 1/3 no-hit innings in Philly today. Does not get the win, though. Top half of the 5th inning here, though, in some Bay Area Collegiate League baseball. Who needs the MLB when you have some BACL? The first pitch is bounced towards Jang. Fields it, fires across the diamond in time to retire Beasley, who was up again after the caught stealing ended the 4th. So 1 pitch, 1 out for Vasquez.
Left fielder Gabe Mahara.
And Gabe Mahara, the center fielder tonight, steps in for the 3rd time.
Hit the center, double to left.
Scored his first 2 times up. Here he takes ball 1. Single and a double for Mahara, halfway to the cycle. The easiest 2. Here comes the 1-1. A cold strike over the corner, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here comes the 1-2. Popped up, looped right side. Settling is J.P. Boyle, and he makes the one-handed catch. And there's 2 away. So 2 quick outs for Vasquez out of the bullpen.
Shortstop, Cesar Cerrone.
Cerrone's also scored a couple times. He singled to center and walked. He takes a first pitch for a called strike, 0-1. That 5, 6, 7, 8 of Beasley, Malleja, Cerrone, and Waldvogel have done a significant portion of the damage for GamePrep, who leads 6-0, top half of the 5th. Here comes the 0-2. And a waste pitch. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Went off speed in the dirt with the 0-2.
I think it's too far away.
The 1-2. Lined foul alongside of first. And the count holds 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here comes the 1-2. It misses low and the count's 2-2. Top half of the 5th inning. Vasquez's 2-2 is behind him to the screen, and the count runs full 3-2. Antonio Vasquez, one of the main relievers at Laney College, but working for the Anchors here. The 3-2 is bounced towards the shortstop hole. Jang Fields on the backhand, throws on the run, not in time. Nice play by Marcus Jang as he ranged to the hole at short. Just not enough time to get the runner at first, and a 2-out infield single for Cerrone brings Waldvogel to the plate.
First baseman designated hitter Derek Waldvogel.
Waldvogel has a couple bases loaded walks thus far. Just a runner on first this time, so if he earns another free pass, no RBI. Already been given 2 of those tonight, and Vasquez gets ahead again, and it's no balls and a strike.
Beasley led off.
Kick back to first. Nothing doing. And Vasquez yet to deal the 0-1. Here comes the 0-1. Check swing, cold strike at the plate, and it's quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Vasquez ready. Waldvogel ready. Cerrone leads away from first. The 0-2 is low. 1 ball and 2 strikes. A close pitch on 1-2, and this has happened on the back-to-back night. The sprinklers are going off in the middle of the game. And Vasquez is just standing out there.
Calling all Gardeners.
So the sprinklers have been turned off, and Vasquez is now ready to deal his 1 ball and 2 strikes, just 1 pitch away from getting out of the top half of this 5th inning. Vasquez's 1-2 is low. Sakai throw to second. In time, Sakai has a couple caught stealings in just as many frames as the Trojans are beating themselves on the base paths. So that's the 2nd consecutive inning to end via the caught stealing. We're halfway home here in Alameda. The Anchors trail 6-0.
1 hit, no errors, no runners left on base. 6-0 in favor of the Trojans. Anchors coming up to bat in 85.
The Anchors to send up the bottom of their order here, and Marcus Jang, Aiden Sakai, and then back to the top and JP Boyle. Tyler Pachetti will work into the 5th inning here, but it looks like that may be it, as there seems to be some action down there in the pen visiting GamePrep Trojans. Ramirez, a right-hander up and throwing in the pen. Marcus Jang leads off the bottom half of the 5th inning. Lined out to left his first time up, looking to get any semblance of a rally going for the Anchors. Aiden Sakai in the top of the lineup to follow. Jang chops that one foul. And it's 0-1.
Okay, for the last inning. The leadoff hitter was
Caught on and missed as he's fooled on an off-speed pitch from Pachetti, and he's quickly in an 0-2 hole. Jang struck out 4 times on opening day, looking to change his fate a little bit here. Hit a hard line drive to left his first time up, and he takes an 0-2 high and inside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Anchors still have ample time to rally. It's only the bottom half of the 5th inning. Here it is, and Jang check swing. Did he go? No appeal, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Was it 12? He definitely had pitches. Let's see 2.
Here comes the 2-2. Jang serves that one towards left, and a leaping play by Cesar Cerrone on the soft line drive to the left side. 1 down. Cerrone ranged to the hole, leapt up, and robbed Marcus Jang of a single. Not the hardest hit ball. So that's going to be an L6 in your scoreline. A couple lineouts on the day for the kid from Wesleyan. That one misses low and outside. And
catcher Aiden Sakai.
Aiden Sakai's grounded out to short his first time up, but he's been very impressive on the defensive side of the ball with 2 caught stealings. Another ground ball out to short. A high throw's in time, and there's 2 down. So that one goes 6-3, the second one on the line of Aiden Sakai. Tyler Pachetti has been absolutely cruising in this one. He's walked 2 and given up 2 hits as well.
Boyle.
Boyle stands in. He's reached base 2 times. Walked in the first and singled in the third. Up for the 3rd time today. Singles from Boyle and Hennings and walks from Boyle and Landry. Four through 9 in the order is 0 for 12. So no help from the bottom half of the order for Cheney. Ball is taken outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. That's a called strike 2-2, and that's a tough strike call to make when the catcher Beasley didn't catch the baseball. Well, Boyle's still up there. It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs, no runners aboard, bottom 5. Boyle taps that one slowly past the pitcher. The throw to first is a glove flip in time to get him. My goodness. I'm not sure about that call from Bob Lloyd, and neither is Dustin Cheney or the rest of the anchor dugout. It was a little nubber past the mound. McKee got it and made an underhand flip to first, and it looked to me like Boyle beat it by a full step, but he called him out, and Dustin Cheney's been warned by the first base umpire Bob Lloyd, and that's back-to-back tough calls on the line of the anchors, and Dustin Cheney is now in the face of first base umpire Bob Lloyd, and I don't blame him. Your team's down 6-0.
He's just saying why. Why are you doing this? Why are you showing that?
Cheney's going to take the long walk back to the dugout, or maybe he'll turn around one more time, but can't get ejected here when you just have two coaches on the staff. So after all that, the putout goes 4-3. Boyle bounces out to second, or was called out at first. We're not sure what actually occurred.
You need a bigger coin to flip, Blue.
Top half of the sixth, rolling around. That is a brutal call to end that inning in a 6-0 game, and it comes on the heels of a cold strike where the catcher dropped the baseball. So nothing going the way of the anchors in this one. Antonio Vasquez, though, on the mound for his third inning of work, a pair of shutout frames so far. Kyle Barrett's out to talk with home plate umpire Joe DeLuca. Maybe some pinch hitters coming up, but he'll start with Derek Waldvogel. Waldvogel was left standing at the plate after Cerrone was caught stealing to end the fifth.
DH Derek Waldvogel.
And maybe it's substitutions on the anchor's side as DeLuca walks down to talk to Dustin Cheney down at that third base dugout. Ozzie Ramirez loosening in the pen.
We made some subs, we think, but we can't see.
So we think there's substitutions made by at least one team. We'll get you those as soon as we can, but it's not with the hitter or the pitcher, as it's still Vasquez against Derek Waldvogel. Here comes the first pitch. Check swing called at the plate. No balls and one strike.
Feels it first.
Here comes the 0-1. Nice backhand stop by Sakai, and the count is even. 1 ball and 1 strike. Just a beautiful evening for baseball. That one is driven towards right. Chasing Boyle back, he turns around and makes the one-handed catch. So the first man is retired in the inning on a fly ball to right field. Vasquez pitching to contact and pitching to contact quickly. The first man out of the pen for Cheney and Livingston. First pitch fastball just off the corner. 1 ball and no strikes. Close pitch.
Your attention, please. Batting for Brandenburg, number 31.
Matthew Lofberg has come in to pinch hit for 9-hitter Dylan Brandenburg.
Thank you.
Brandenburg popped out to third base and then hit that ground ball to second that was booted by Bliscoll. So he didn't get the RBIs, but 2 scored last time he came to the plate on the E5. So Brandenburg out of the game for Lofberg, and he serves one into center field, base knock. right off the end of the bat. He just poked it over Jang's head into center.
Sorry,
Second baseman Dylan McKee.
Back to the top of the order, and Dylan McKee in for his fourth time up. 2 for 3 on the evening. First pitch called a ball, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Here comes the 1-0, a called strike, and the count's even 1-1. Moving right along, already the top half of the 6th inning. Here it is. That ball's driven to left, chasing Landry to the line. He dives, and the call is that it's going to land. Isaiah Landry gave all the effort he could as he laid out towards the line down and left. The home plate umpire made a very late call that the ball hit the ground. And for the second time today, we've seen a miscommunication between the umpires. Bob Lloyd called him out, and Joe DeLuca called that the ball hit the ground. The throw goes back to first base, so they've doubled him off if the call stands. But 2 umpires have made 2 different calls, and it's a double play. My goodness, the Anchors are getting outs really any way they can at this point. So it was a line drive down the left field line. I'll recap this play real quick. It was a line drive down the left field line off the bat of Dylan McKee. Isaiah Landry went into a dive. I mean, from the broadcast booth, I couldn't tell if he's caught it, and obviously neither could the umpires. Because Joe DeLuca, the home plate umpire, called that the ball hit the ground. Well, Bob Lloyd, the field umpire, said that the ball was caught on the fly. The runners, following the home plate umpire's decision, ran, and then the long throw back to first to double them off. So it goes as a double play 7-3 in your scorebook. Is Landry just fired it towards first without the cutoff man. So that's going to do it for the top half of the 6th inning. The Anchors have been gifted some outs by the umpires. Let's see now if they can get the bats going. You're taught the one thing you shouldn't do is make up calls, and the second thing you shouldn't do is have a miscommunication with the only other umpire on the field. And Joe and Bob did both on that one. So neither manager is pleased with the officiating today, as J.P. Boyle was called out at first to end the 5th to the displeasure of Dustin Cheney, and then whatever just happened to end the top half of the 6th will not please the visiting dugout. But with all that behind us, there's a new pitcher in the ball game, and that's Ozzie Ramirez. The righty is called upon by Kyle Barrett, and he comes in with a comfortable 6-0 lead.
Trojans, number 42, Ozzie Ramirez.
He'll face,
and leading off for the Anchors, left fielder Isaiah Landry.
He'll face the heart of the Anchor order, Landry, Hennington, Bell, barring any substitutions. Landry grounded into a fielder's choice and walked. Here comes the pitch, and the first one from Ramirez goes to the screen. Kyle Barrett turned in 5 very strong innings. His final total is 5 innings, no runs, as that one misses high 2-0. 5 innings, 5 shutout innings. He struck out 4. He walked 2 and gave up 2 hits as well. Here comes the 2-0. A good frame job and a called strike 1. Looked like Beasley brought that one back off the corner. The 2-1. Landry pops that back towards us, and the count is even 2-2. So Landry in a battle with Ramirez. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it is. Landry chops that one towards third. Picked, but unsuccessfully by Grant. He had to hustle to make the play. Even if he picks it, I don't think they get him at first. So that's going to be a single for Isaiah Landry. A nice attempt by Grant, who came charging in. He had to play it on the short hop, but it pops off the heel of the glove. And
Connor Henning.
Landry's on for the second time today.
Do that every time.
That brings up Connor Hennings with leadoff man aboard. Connor Hennings would love to get on base here, as 4 through 9 in the Anchors order have done absolutely nothing in this one, going in combined 0 for 18. Hennings took a first pitch ball, so it's 1 ball and no strikes. Landry a threat to run. Swing, foul back to the. And as always, you see the customary camera shake on the one that I find the backstop. Landry just a short lead from first with the bright pink sleeve on the right hand. That one served towards right. That's sinking fast. That's going to drop. Landry just moves up 1 station as the ball was right in front of him. The throw comes into third, and this could be the rally the Yankees were looking for, with cleanup hitter Brendan Bell coming up with runners on first and second and still nobody out. Hennings' second single of the ball game. This one to right.
Designated hitter Brendan Bell.
Bell looking to ignite something for the Anchors. First and second, nobody out. Chris Bliscoe waiting on deck. First pitch from Ramirez, high and tight. And Ramirez has been behind all 3 hitters he's faced out of the pen. Never a recipe for success for a pitcher, and the Anchors taking advantage of it here. Here it is. That one upstairs as well with an off-speed pitch. It's 2-0. Landry away from second. Hennings away from first. Bell 0 for 2. Popped out to the second baseman and went down looking. Ramirez checks the runner at second. Once, twice, delivers. Ripped foul towards the Anchor dugout, and it's 2-1. He hit that ball on the screws just a little too early. If Bell can straighten that one out, the Anchors may have a run. Here comes the 2-1. Ramirez gets a called strike over the outside edge. 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's just been an overall tough day for the umpiring crew out there. Here comes the 2-2 in the dirt. You can't call that one wrong, and there's a miscommunication between the runners. Landry is caught in a pickle. He has nowhere to go, though, and he's going to slide into second, and there's 2 runners standing on first base. So Landry, the faster of the 2 runners, is going to be out. Hennings is going to be at second, and Landry went halfway and stopped, and Hennings is taught to just follow what the lead runner does, and he went all the way to second. So a base running blunder on I would say on the part of Connor Hennings, but Landry is out on the caught stealing. It's 3-2, and Hennings is now at second base. Here comes the pitch, and he struck him out swinging. So the Anchor rally has been snuffed out just a little bit here. You go from first and second, and nobody out to just one pitch later, caught stealing and then strike 3 to Brendan Bell, his second strikeout of the night. Chris Bliscoe 0 for 2 stands in with Hennings at second. Neither team have been great on the base paths tonight. 3 caught stealings. Bliscoe skies that one towards the right center gap. Maharella makes the running play high above his head in right center, and in just 2 pitches, that probably disappears. So caught stealing, strikeout, flyout go the anchors, and the middle and bottom of this lineup has still yet to produce 6 innings in the books. Anchors trail 6-0.
Okay, so my phone doesn't work anymore.
Still yet to.
Which runner, the lead runner, when they're both in the same base, is
Vasquez comes in for his 4th inning of work. I mean, we keep showing you the A score. I don't know how much more I can tell you about this ball club. They're just not very good at playing Major League Baseball. They were 12-50 at a point, and were looking to be the worst team in baseball.
a lot of people are buying tickets for that.
But if you are an A's fan watching the broadcast and you're displeased with both the product on the field and the move to Oakland, Tuesday's game, which will be at the Coliseum, is the A's fans are coming together to protest their owner Fisher and the whole move together. So that's going to be Tuesday in Oakland, is being now labeled as the protest game. That's at 6:40 against the best team in the AL, the Tampa Bay Rays.
Right fielder, Justin Tapia.
Justin Tapia steps in here, though, as we're watching the other East Bay baseball team tonight. Here comes the first pitch, and Vasquez misses upstairs with a fastball.
Defense.
The Oakland A's ownership seems to have just no interest in winning baseball games, as here in Alameda, Justin Tapia pokes one to left for a leadoff single.
Not right, Joy. This
And dipping into the bench
Tommy, who's this, Javier?
is Kyle Barrett, and so Ryan Choi's night is done.
What's that?
Tyler Van Wine comes on to hit and takes the first pitch strike. Vasquez looking at Troy.
Number 41, Tyler Van Wine.
Choi 1 for 2 on the evening.
And it's VA high spell.
Singled and walked.
Like the word Y. Van W-A-Y.
Beg your pardon? He walked.
Oh, yeah.
He popped out. He hit into a double play and was caught stealing. So
Tanner
Choi's
Taylor.
night ends
Taylor?
early.
Taylor? Tyler.
Man, Y
No,
takes
there's no way to make that
a
happen.
cold strike.
Javier Vasquez or something. I can't believe it. Let's see.
Here comes
I might need your help.
the 1-2.
Can you write him in there? Yeah, I mean, anything that looks like, I mean, for all of them. If you can.
Vasquez is 1-2. Called the ball. Close pitch. It's 2-2. In the minds of Anchors fans, Joe DeLuca is having a nightmarish game behind the dish. The 2-2 with the runner on first. That one's cut on and missed. So that brings up Calm Grant, the cleanup hitter in tonight's game.
Third baseman, Calm Grant.
Struck out twice against the starter Smith and then flew out to center against Vasquez. That one's cut on and missed, and he's quickly ahead 0-1. 1 on, 1 out. Top half of the 7th inning. We're moving right along here in Alameda. Kicks back to first base, nothing doing, and the count's still 0-1.
I'll see. This would be taking out to the ball game. She may have taken out to the ball game. That would be now. You have to go? Let's get ready to. Why not? Good Patrick.
That's cut on and missed, and it's 0-2.
Nice job. I know. Sometimes not. Yeah.
First game of a 3-game set between the Anchors and the GamePrep Trojans. Game 1 is. Here comes the 0-2 is low, blocked by Sakai. Game 1 of 3 between these two clubs. They'll play tomorrow at Skyline College and then back here Saturday night at 6:05. You can tune into that Saturday game right here on Alameda Anchors YouTube. Vasquez is 1-2. Struck him out swinging. And back-to-back Ks after the leadoff single. That's his 4th of the night. And dipping back into his bench is Kyle Barrett. As Nikhil Beasley's night is done. And a swinging strike 1 to the pinch hitter.
Not listed, Boo.
And
Not listed.
here comes the 0-1 pitch. Caught on and missed, 0-2. Beasley, the catcher tonight, lifted. Here comes the pitch. Did he go around? He did. So that's going to be strike 3 as the throw heads down to first, and Antonio Vasquez just struck out the side. After the leadoff single, 3 straight Ks for Vasquez. The Anchors really need some offense. They trail 6-0. Time to stretch here in Alameda. The Anchors trailing the GamePrep Trojans 6-0.
Last guy, Reno de Buono.
The final batter was number 3, Reno de Bono. In the inning, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base.
Beg your pardon, the Trojans have gone to the pen again. So Ozzie Ramirez just worked 1 inning, a shutout frame, which he gave up a couple hits, but no runs.
Yeah, 1 more hit, too. Yeah, 1 more hit.
Asante Wilson, the righty, is the next man out of Kyle Barrett's pen. So Wilson, the second man out of Barrett's pen, comes in with a very comfortable 6-0 cushion. And he's going to face Dylan Lee.
Number 7, Asante Wilson.
So Dylan Lee, the Lewis and
Leading
Clark
off,
commit,
third baseman.
steps in. Went down looking in his first 2 at-bats. Here it comes, and he fouls that one back, and he's behind 0-1. A couple Ks already on the line for Lee. Looks to put one in play here in his 3rd at-bat. Takes a curveball that misses, and the count's even 1-1 strike. Anchors trail 6-0, bottom half of the 7th. Here it is. And a check swing. Cold strike. And he's behind 1-2. One ball and 2 strikes to Lee, leading off here with Telly Hill on deck, and he takes outside, and the count is even 2-2. The 2-2 pitch bounced towards the hole at third. Fielding is Grant, throws across the diamond in time to get him. 1 down.
The batter for the Anchors, first baseman, Telly Hill.
And one thing you got to say about this Game Prep Trojan squad is they have been outstanding defensively. The Anchors picked up 5 or 6 unearned runs last night, not giving an inch here. Hill takes a called strike 1. Hill 0 for 2 on the evening, grounded to second and struck out. The 0-1 is grounded to Grant again with time, fires high and not in time. Grant had nothing but time for his throw across the diamond, but the throw sailed on him, and before Lothberg could leap and come back down, Telly Hill reaches on the E5. And that is the first time that anyone that was not one of the top 3 hitters in this order has gotten on base.
Shortstop, Marcus Jang.
And as that doesn't go as a hit, 4 through 9 in this order still yet to reach themselves. But Hill leads away from first on the E5, and Jang takes a called strike 1. Asante Wilson out of the pen. Pitches in the dirt, and it's 1-1 strike. Nice block by the new catcher, Debuka.
I think he's a lot. Oh, let's get 31. This is Lothberg.
Jang swings and misses.
He is. He's coming off an ACL. Wow. Prior injury. Coming back from injury. Oh, it's not.
Jang. Was that a called strike 3 or a swinging strike 3? Either way, Jang's called out. I don't think he went around, and the pitch was not close. So more umpiring woes, you could say.
Alameda catcher, Aiden Sakai.
Asante Williams, one of the many Skyline College players on this roster. Here it comes, and that one is grounded foul. Game Prep wearing the Skyline Trojans jerseys as well. The academy is sort of mixed with that squad, and Kyle Baird, the head coach down there at Skyline. Here comes the 0-1. That one is misses, and the count's even 1-1.
Don't you do a little soccer, Skyline? You say something about the Glades.
It's 1 ball and 2 strikes, beg your pardon. I don't know how to put that Marcus Jang at bat in the scorebook because it was not a strike and he did not swing, but
He called
you can put a back forwards K, I think, in your scorebook. Wilson, his pitch is bounced, and it's called fair, and the flip to first is in time. Sakai thought the ball hit the plate. The anchor dugout thought the ball hit the plate. But it doesn't matter because Joe DeLuca is the one making the calls. So 7 in the books. The Anchors' offense has been stymied. They trail 6-0.
No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 runner left in the Anchors' 7th inning. We go to the 8th, 6-0 in favor of the Trojans.
As I've already mentioned, it's the first of 3 they play at Skyline tomorrow and then back here in Alameda for some Saturday night baseball. Dustin Cheney had a word with DeLuca there as he wasn't pleased with
He smiled, though. He smiled at him.
that call. The Giants just finished off a 3-game sweep of the Colorado Rockies. And now they head home for 3 with the scuffling Chicago Cubs. That's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from Oracle. Tomorrow is Marcus Stroman, who's having one heck of a bounce-back campaign in Chicago. He'll face off against Anthony DeSclafani, who was roughed up last Sunday against the Orioles. And Game 2, Saturday at 4:35 is Kyle Hendricks. No announcement from the Giants. And then a Sunday 105 start is Wisniewski, the Quad A player bouncing up and down there in the Cubs system.
The Sean Dunston series, man. Great shortstop, man. That was good. Cowman Jet.
Oh, yeah.
Sean Dunston. That was good. I spelled his name South Savage, too.
Giants and Cubs had a fun little playoff rivalry going there in 2016 and 17. Some memorable games between them two in the 2016 series that the Cubs would go on to win and then go all the way to win against the Cleveland at the time Indians.
Head over to that grill, to the concession stand, and see what the favorite grilled meat item might be tonight. Might it be hot dog, hot link, Polish sausage, hamburger, or cheeseburger?
So Antonio Vasquez works into his 5th inning. 5 shutout frames after coming in 4 shutout frames, beg your pardon, coming in relief of Mitchell Smith, who gave up 4 earned in 3 innings of work.
Can you believe this movie, Jared Walsh?
Leading off, batting for Mahara, the left fielder, number 45, Jared Walsh.
Jared Wolf comes off the bench.
This is Walsh.
Not to be confused with the Angels first baseman Jared Walsh. 2021 All-Star. 2020 All-Star, actually.
Probably wouldn't be eligible to be here for this.
Here comes the 2-1. Close pitch is called a ball, 3 balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, was it? Good, huh? I can't see. No, I can't. I'm done.
3 balls, 1 strike. Vasquez delivers, and it's cut on and missed, and the count runs full 3-2.
I'm hitting the weights and stairs.
Vasquez has stymied this Trojan offense that was red hot in the first couple innings of this game, and his 3-2 ring him up outside corner, 1 away. Great pitch from Vasquez, 1 down. That brings up Cesar Cerrone.
Cerrone.
Cerrone caught stealing last time he got on. Here comes first pitch swinging, and it's lined over the screen, and Vasquez ahead, which he's been doing a lot. 0-1. Here comes the 0-1. That one's cut on and missed. 0-2.
2 for 2 with the walk.
On base all 3 times was Cerrone, 2 for 2 with the walk, but he was caught stealing last time, and he takes that ball in the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
He slapped him on the wrist.
More action in the pen for the Trojans. That one misses, and the count's 2-2. They've gone. Pochetti went 5. Ramirez pitched a scoreless 6. Wilson a scoreless 7. Vasquez asks for a new baseball. And there's action down there in the anchor pen. It looks like Patrick Sweeney, who pitched a scoreless 9th last night. That one in a 10-0 win. This one, though, unless a furious rally in half of the 8th inning from the anchors, will be coming in trailing. Here comes the full count pitch from Vasquez, and it's lined foul down the first base line. The counts hold 3-2.
Defense. Thank you. Thank you for supporting Raider fans. Yeah. Oakland Raiders. No.
Here comes the 3.
Designated hitter, Derek Waldvogel. Catcher Matthew Lockberg.
I don't.
Good for him making his decisions. I'm proud of him, but I'm like, man, I would have done it. But
So that's going to end the frame. Sorry, we lost that audio connection for just a second, but the inning is over. Did you miss there with the audio? It was a single and then fly ball to left. We've played 7.5 innings, and the Anchors offense has yet to muster up a run. They trail the GamePrep Trojans 6-0.
yeah, 6-9. Sorry, guys, I didn't see it until right now. 6-9. Up on the board. We need one more hit on the board for the other guys. Yeah.
Nice.
And for us, we got.
Well, looks like Patrick Sweeney has sat down, so he might not come into this ball game. Dylan Lee is now up and loosening. We have a third baseman. Started this game at third base. He's 0 for 3. Maybe he's going to try his luck as a pitcher. Sweeney did go last night.
Cam Grant's at first base now. Let's take a look over there.
And
I can't see the numbers, guys. We see
another pitching change. We'll get you that as soon as we can.
See, it's 15 on the hill. It's 15. 1-5.
Jack Weisinger comes out of the bullpen. The third man to emerge from Barrett's pen. The first 3 pitchers have yet to give up a run.
So he's at third base. And Grant moves to first.
A couple defensive substitutions. Reno De Bono is now playing third, and the third baseman, Cam Grant, heads to the other corner of the diamond. He'll be playing first for the last couple frames here. And Jack Weisinger comes out of the bullpen, and he's going to face the top of the order and J.P. Boyle, Isaiah Landry, and Connor Henning. All the hits and walks have come from those top 3 guys, as I have to keep mentioning. The Anchors got a lot of help from the bottom half of their order yesterday. The runs were just pouring in from up and down the lineup. Today, it's been those top 3 guys who have been doing most of the work, and Boyle steps in from the left side. Weisinger rubs up the baseball.
The batter for the Anchors, right fielder, J.P. Boyle.
Slightly open stance from the left side. Boyle late on a fastball, and it's 0-1. Jack Weisinger's come out of that bullpen throwing very hard. It's no balls and 1 strike. And he takes that one low, and the count's even 1-1. As the field now about half and half in shadow as the sun sets here in the East Bay.
1 hour and 59 minutes.
Here comes a pitch. Boyle's that's going to drop in the infield, and Boyle's safe at first. And the throw also gets away, but backed up well there. So Boyle flared one off the end of the bat. It looks like shortstop Cerrone had a bad read on it as he waited for it to take a bounce, and Boyle will give him an infield single. He's on base for the 3rd time today, a couple singles and a walk for the leadoff man.
Isaiah Landry.
Landry, 1 for 2. He's singled, walked, and grounded into a fielder's choice. He was also in that ugly caught stealing in the 6th that dampened another Anchor rally. Here comes the pitch. Landry fouls it off the mask of the catcher. And the count's no balls and 2 strikes. Anchor's looking for any sort of offense to get them going. There goes Boyle, and Landry pops it up foul. It falls in play. Matthew Lofberg did not see it off the bat of Landry, so it falls without harm behind the plate. But Landry swinging there took a stolen base away from his teammate J.P. Boyle, who had that one. He was 3/4 of the way to second when Landry swung at that baseball. But in an 0-2 count, you have to protect there. And with Joe DeLuca's zone, maybe he would have rung him up. Anyway, that one gets away, and 1 pitch later, J.P. Boyle gets his stolen base. It's going to be a wild pitch as Lofberg dropped down to his right to block it, but it kicked away from him, and the Anchors have a runner in scoring position with nobody out.
The batter for Alameda, first baseman Connor Hennings. Your attention, please. Batting for the Anchors for the designated hitter Bell. Number 15, Carson Vance.